If I did 3 or 4 different things for you, like whether we went out to a nice date, whether I got you a gift, whatever gesture that I did, and you have done 0 in return.
Not even no good morning text.
I don't know. No, I don't know. Good morning text is bare minimum. Don't do that either. Don't grand rising king me. I don't want none of that. Like that was all.
So what y'all want? Y'all want some lunch money?
Nah, yo, honestly, if you send me
You
some
want me to pull
lunch
up to
money,
your job with some lunch?
yeah, and a thong.
Hey guys, welcome back to 8 at the Table. Today we have another amazing episode. We have a returning guest, Romeo. Welcome back.
Hello.
Yo, Romeo, where can they find your Instagram?
Giraffe 908.
Let us know what that means, because I think people are going to be like, what the hell is this?
For the ladies, y'all are nasty, so you do what you want with it. But
What'd he say, yo? What'd he say?
I
giraffe
definitely
is the
did
best
not
animal
know
in the
that.
world, and 908
Elephants
is my area.
are.
Why
908 is my area code. That's it. It's very simple.
What's 908?
It's Jersey. Yeah.
Oh.
So we have 3 icebreakers that we usually ask our guests, but you've been here before, but we've never asked you them because it's a new thing for us. So we're gonna ask you 3 icebreakers. All right. The first one, I'll go. If you can pick anybody, you only have 24 hours to live. You could pick anybody to have a sexual, intimate experience with, right?
Nah.
And it can't be an ex.
Oh.
Who would it be?
It could be anybody. It's got to be somebody famous.
Anyone.
No, anybody.
It could be Keisha from the Circle K.
It could be
It
your
could be
mom's
Keke
best
Palmer.
friend if you like her.
You say your mom's best friend? That's wild.
I'm gonna go with Nicole Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stir that
You're
up.
pretty. Yeah.
I feel like she's nasty too. All right, I'm not gonna get there. Go ahead and ask your
She might be.
question.
She got like 12 kids.
Hello.
He said hello. 13. Before I die.
Okay, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Prince.
Prince?
Yeah.
You like Prince?
He's
One of
Nah,
your
his
favorites?
not even like that. I'm not even gonna say no.
That's
Just,
his noise, though.
yeah, but I wasn't talking. You talking other crazy stuff. He laughing.
Diamonds
I'm saying Prince because like he's just a genius. Like I want to just like pick his brain.
Got you.
No, for real. Like
No. I'm
I've
not
actually
mad at your
never-
answer.
but,
I've never heard
I'm
anyone.
just laughing at her.
I know.
to see-
that wasn't necessary.
I like Prince.
You got
Hey,
Rico going
like,
over here.
I thought Prince was like.
But Prince is known for making those types of noises.
He's known for way more than going.
I was about to say, I've never really heard anyone like refer
Right,
to
I'm not-
Prince as a genius, though.
What?
Honestly.
She's 21, guys. She's 21. She was born in 2004.
No way. Put the age right here. Put it like
PEST
Yeah.
2002.
Wait, no, actually, the more important question is, who have you heard?
Kanye West is
That
her
is a
genius.
But people do say that about Kanye West. I personally don't say that about Kanye West, but people do say that about Kanye West.
I think it's fair.
I'm
but
just
who-
saying, I've
who
never
else is
heard.
genius?
Personally, to me,
No, that you've heard, I guess.
well, I'm personally an MJ fan, and people hype MJ more than they do Prince.
Michael
That's
Jackson,
true,
or you
Yes.
think-
Michael Jackson, she's talking about.
But the word genius, I'm personally saying, I've never heard.
Michael
Prince
Jackson was a
musical
genius?
Yeah.
He was a musical genius.
Yeah?
No. Michael Jackson was an entertainer.
I think he was
Prince.
talented.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Prince
Prince
was
was like,
He
he
was a
did
musician,
everything.
He
Yeah.
can arrange, produce,
that's-
blah,
He might
blah,
be
blah,
an
blah, blah,
Aquarius.
blah.
Y'all can't
Check his
take that
birthday.
away from Michael. I'm sorry. Michael
one's
been in the game
taking-
since 5 years old.
I don't think anyone's
Child.
taking anything away from MJ. I think what they're saying
We're
when we're talking
distinguishing
about
what
a
each person did.
we're saying a musical
Do
genius.
not talk about Michael like
All right,
he
bro.
wasn't-
Damn, Alan. All right. Listen,
I
Michael
mean, I'm
was
there
that
with
guy.
you.
Talking about a musical genius. You know how many
Yeah.
instruments Prince played?
Talk that talk.
Thank you.
Like, do you know how many?
How many?
many?
Okay.
You know-
Michael Jordan, Michael
You're
Jackson
talking about
songs.
records. We're not talking about the same thing.
Oh my God.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah, let's just-
this isn't even a debate because I know people pin Michael Jackson and Prince against each other. Not really against, but they definitely people definitely
It's like
do
Michael
put them
Jordan
in the
and
same.
LeBron James.
But people definitely do.
That's like
contemporary. So,
Yeah. I don't even think people put them against each other because one was like, okay, Prince was not known to be the type of performer
Right.
Yeah.
that Mike was known to be, whereas Mike wasn't known to be the type of
not playing no
producer,
instruments.
arranger, musical instrumentation, like none of that.
He just ran a sweatshop. He just picked up what he thought sounded good.
So I'm just
He had a sonically good sounding ear.
that's what I'm just saying. I just
That
don't
make more
they're
sense
not-
to compare Prince to like Quincy Jones.
It's
if you
like
could say-
Drake versus
No.
No.
Quincy Jones didn't sing nothing.
Quincy is a composer. He doesn't necessarily play the instruments. Like I feel like Prince, like he saw the music. There are people
Prince is like the Kales.
who can see. Like it's very rare. This is a real thing. Like
Mhm.
they can actually see the music while they're playing, and
Yeah.
it's so rare. And he's like one of the rare people that actually had that gift.
Like music turns to colors and something
Yeah,
like that. We
like,
can't
in his
fathom.
mind, the music turns to colors.
I
and,
might not
like,
want to hear it, but that's what R. Kelly did too. So
Hell no.
Music.
he did.
I'm not saying whatever, but nah.
She said he was like a Kels.
No. When it comes to like arranging,
No, I know, but protect the
producing, all of
children.
that. No, they are.
Protect the children.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Not against it, but I'm just saying that like when it comes to like
talent.
talent and what they did, like
Like for me, it was all null and void. Like for me,
oh,
That's why they were
I
all
got you.
You
brainwashed.
understand? Like
Not
I
for
used to
me.
really love R. Kelly. Null and void.
not for
That's
me.
unfortunate.
For me,
I can't. Yeah.
All right, so
Stop dancing. I'm sorry. You just stop dancing if it comes on.
Aaron definitely does, and that honestly, that song I will not turn that song off. But Aaron,
you could check tape on that.
No.
Marie kindly walks and exit lefts. All right, so that's the person you have dinner with.
yeah, it was Prince.
What's your because I actually forgot my question and I fought you over it.
You wanted it so bad. Go ahead.
What's your go-to drink?
Oh, first sangria.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Calle Ocho in the city? You will get wasted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's real good. I'm a sangria connoisseur though, so I would need to.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's because it's a little too sweet, but like we used to go there and get towed down.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, it's like all you can
Anyway, you can drink sangria.
look up Calle Ocho.
Okay.
It's been around for a long time
Might want to write
Wait,
that
where
down.
is it?
in the city.
Got
Like
it.
Manhattan or
Mhm.
okay?
Not the city of New Jersey.
No, I meant like was it in like Brooklyn, Queens? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's in Manhattan.
Which borough?
I think it's in Manhattan. No, it is in Manhattan. Sorry. Yeah.
I was like, well, you said the city.
Yeah.
What
That's what I meant, Manhattan.
For me, city is all of New York. Every borough is a city.
Oh. Even
Like Queens is still a city
Staten
to me.
Island?
No, Staten Island is not the city. Staten Island is like a stepbrother. Like
I mean, it's the closest to y'all. Okay, well, yes, today's topic
today is
says
time.
let's get to it. Can you
Keep what you
keep
catch.
what you catch? Can you maintain what you locked up?
Hmm.
Yeah, if I lock
felt
it
like
up.
saying that.
Can you hold on to what you was grabbing?
Ooh, I like that one even better.
Can you chew what you bit? No?
That's a good
No.
one.
that was
That was
cool.
a
Oh,
good
all
one.
right, cool.
Can you
Romeo, where's your bars at? Let's start
yeah,
freestyling.
Can you keep what's on the hook, or is that the catch still?
That's actually really good because you gotta get it off the.
Alan's being nice. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Womp. Go again.
You know Nick Cannon's show?
Wait, no, I got
What
it.
the?
No, I got
She
it.
said, wait, I got
Can
it.
you bag what you snag?
That just
Why-
rhymed.
Why you want to rap now?
Are we rapping?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see me?
Now hold on. How'd you put the mic back down?
No, I was trying to tighten it up. That's true.
The drink
Right,
might be
better
too
be
strong.
careful.
You can't finish it.
You better not drink that.
I don't know. That's what else? I need
I
one
like
more.
that.
Can you keep up with the marathon?
No,
Because you
Alan.
race into love.
Boo.
That was poetic, but
Yo,
nice try,
Maria,
boo.
give me an 8 at the table tomato. Throw this shit.
Boo, tomato.
We had like little like
A tomato with an 8 on it.
Yeah, no, like but stuffed. And we could like
Throw this. I'm gonna throw it at the camera the next time Alan
Hold
does
on. We
that.
need to keep them behind the we need to have them ready
like a jar
for
of
Alan. Ready.
Like a little shelf right behind you. Just pick it up.
That's actually a good idea. All right. So, can you keep what you catch? So, I guess to go into a little detail about this, a lot of times we feel that people present their representative. They put their best foot forward. They may overdo it a bit when it comes to like, just trying to, I don't want to say like bag somebody, but just to court someone or,
That's really what it is.
what?
To bag somebody.
Okay.
I haven't used that word in forever, but
Right, okay.
that's what it is.
So let's just say
Really?
like reasonably it sets a standard.
No.
And sometimes, I mean, just in all honesty, it's hard to keep up that standard. So I guess the question is like, should you like start just a little lower and then ratchet it up? Or, like what are the options out here? Because we do, let's be real, we do want to put our best foot forward, but we also need to be able to maintain what it is we've put out there.
This is what I feel. I feel like it is always good to put your best foot forward in trying to like start a relationship or court, bag, whatever, someone. But it's like that does require doing the most, as Alan said. Like if you need to take somebody on a date once a week, twice a week, hang out with them as much as you can to get to know them and let them know that, you're interested and, let them get to feel you the way you want them to feel you. Is it really realistic that if you guys end up in an actual relationship, that this is what they are going to be expecting? Because I done got you already. And we really both understood that this was a phase. Like we understood the goal at that point of our lives.
How you supposed to just know up front that it was a phase?
Well, not really a phase, but it was like,
Honeymoon stage.
it was like not even the honeymoon stage, because the honeymoon stage maybe is when you're trying to court
Honeymoon
someone.
stage of like dating.
Yeah, but we knew that the goal was getting to know each other. So we were going out very often and
I
consistently.
see what you
But we are in a relationship now, so our life probably doesn't look like that.
Now we
anymore.
just eat popcorn at the house.
Right. Like we chill at home and we go about our daily lives. Like our lives look differently than what it did when we were just getting to know each other. So what else can we say is a part of maintaining that doesn't have to do with doing all of these things?
I don't think everybody's comfortable with just eating popcorn at the house. I think there are certain people, how you met me is how you keep me.
Yeah.
So if you were taking me to $500 dinners, I still expect that. If I'm a very social person, I still expect to be social. So I'm not going to be sitting at home with you eating popcorn.
What about the time where $500 dinners are cool, but like at some point in time, aren't you trying to build something with that person? So can it be like a $200 dinner and then we do something with the other 300?
I don't think that everybody's willing to build with you. I think that we misunderstand that. Not every person that you're with and not every person that you want is there to build with you. Sometimes a person's there because of what I can get and what I can do. And I could be, I could be an extension. I could be your arm candy. I could be whatever. That's my role. I'm not here to be Bob the Builder. I'm here to just be on your arm. And if you can't sustain that, then don't start with me.
I think it's fair to say that if we say,
Not me, by the way.
No, it's not.
if we run with the,
Representative.
if we run with this is my representative, my aid at the table one. If we run with the slogan, can you catch what you keep, or can you keep what you catch? My bad. The first thing I would say is to piggyback off of what Marie said is sometimes when you fish, you're only fishing to take a picture and throw it back in the water. I don't even want to keep it, right? I just want to catch it just to know I could catch it. You know what I'm saying? So if that is the case, I think that it's important not to get attached to something that you didn't want to be attached with in the first place. If I caught a shark, I'm not really want to eat. I don't want to eat the shark. I just want to catch the shark. Now, I might not let the shark back in the water because I don't want the repercussions of it. But realistically, I would probably just give it back, right? So I think that's what I would. That's what I picked up from what Marie was saying, and not actually really wanting what you caught. But you have to understand sometimes we as people get attached to what we invest. So if I invested 7 $500 dinners in the last, 4 weeks, 3 4 weeks, I'm like, damn, I done spent over $3,000. I mean, I spent almost $3,000 on this girl, 2,500. I better get something. Like,
But if you can afford that, then that's probably not that much money to you.
but the problem is most men can't, right? So it's like
Yeah.
a lot of people are spending money and they're just spending their resources that they don't even have to spare. And that's why they get attached to it. That's why they feel old, right? Because that person, they feel like is indebted to them because they didn't give their last. And, it's just
Even
like,
if the other person don't even know that was something that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
couldn't do.
and that's the worst part. But like sometimes men will eventually say it when that moment happens and they just start pouring everything out. It's like, nah, I just, I'm saying, I did this for you and that was really all I had. Because in a man's mind, you saw that meme where it's like if a rich man gives you $20 and a broke man gives you $10 or $200 and a broke man gives you $10, but the $10 is his last, does the $10 mean more? Right? And that's the real thing because men will go, I'm willing to show you, I will give everything I have for you.
But I feel like it makes the woman feel bad when you say, "Oh, but everything I did for you, that I ran dry doing that for you," because one, the female probably didn't ask you to do that. You were probably just trying to impress her, and I just don't think that you should date that way. Don't date outside of your means. Like don't date don't date in a way that you cannot afford. So if you do want to have your date experience like a nice dinner, maybe you can splurge one night, but let's pick other like dates that she could also enjoy so that if you guys do end up in a relationship, this is how you date her. You guys go on dates doing things that she enjoys and every once in a while you can splurge on a really nice date. I mean, that
Realistically-
sounds realistic to me because if you take her on these fancy dates all of the time but can't afford to take her on these fancy dates when she's your actual girlfriend, you have a problem.
You setting yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like there's women out there that will pull the plug themselves, right? I think those are the best women for those type of men. So there's women that be like, hey, you don't have to take me, to Philippe's every weekend, or, I don't need this expensive date all the time. And that's when the man is supposed to take, the initiative to really digest that information and say, okay, let me get more creative or do something more thoughtful. The problem is most women and men are creatures of habit, and we adapted these ways of dating. If I don't take you, a man will feel like if I don't take this girl that I really want to know to a nice date and I take her to Applebee's, I'm never gonna get a second chance with her. So it's like you can't say don't lead that way when it's almost a requirement to come correct. Because if he doesn't, he's gonna get clowned and he's gonna get next. But he really wants to, I guess, get to know you. And I'm assuming this is a guy that wants to get to know you, not just want to have sex.
And I want to sort of change the narrative away from money, and look at it like if you're a person who let's say you have a really like demanding job, but you really want to like get to know this other person. You're like working really hard to make time in your day to spend time with this person, to check on them, send text messages, so on and so forth. And once like real life is, continues and you start to settle in with this person, it's probably hard to maintain that level of contact, that level of engagement, that level of communication with that person. And so I think, and I just really want to bring the conversation away from money, because a lot of times we just want communication. We want to connect. We want, to talk to somebody. And I can see how a person could be like, oh man, 3 months ago, you was all up in my face. And now I can barely get a call from you, till 11 o'clock at night when I'm going to bed, So I also think that's something else that we should consider, and not just like the amount of money that somebody spent.
If it was 3 months ago and now they're together or whatever status they're at, so she kind of got like used to that point.
That level of, yeah.
So shouldn't she realize kind of like this is kind of like what I'm in right now? Like what point does all the onus fall off him and go to her? Like what does she share in that? Is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think that he created the expectation. So I'm not really sure how the onus is on her. Maybe if she's voiced it and he said, well, hey, right now I just don't have that same level of time, and then her expectations still don't change, and maybe, she carries some of that accountability in the situation. But overall, I would say that the onus isn't on her. She didn't create the expectation of that level of
We're talking about
engagement.
3 months now, so it hasn't been like at a high for 3 straight months. Like it's gradually started to dwindle, right? And like she's
That wasn't a part of my fact pattern, but okay.
Oh, okay. But I mean, that wouldn't be sustainable. Like just at a high level for like 3 straight months, 6 straight months. Like that's not sustainable. I think that kind of goes back to the can you maintain that? Like it's just not sustainable.
Like,
don't meet
do
the
you
person-
understand how about this? Do you understand that you are in a rented car, right? You're in a rented car. So you might be able to have a Lamborghini, but it's only for the weekend. But you're going to have to go back to a Honda, right? By Monday. And I think if we start to understand that when you rent a car, right, a Lamborghini, there's no expectation that this is what you're going to keep. You know what I'm saying? Even if I let you borrow it, at some point in time you got to get back to reality. I feel like when it comes to dating, we put so much pressure on the other person to be perfect.
Upfront about what I was doing, who I was, whether I wanted a relationship. Like, I'm not a yes man. Like, don't expect certain things from me.
You were intentional.
Well, yeah, because I didn't want certain expectations of me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, like, when I learned that you could just be honest and, like, not lie, like, I was very upfront
That
when
gets
I
you way
learned-
further, by the way.
about everything. So, like, I just kind of felt freedom,
Yeah.
in that. So I don't have that experience, Alan, where I'm putting on something that I'm not. I just don't. Like, like I remember I used to date this guy. He was like, man, he said, I like you, but you kind of get on my nerves because you just so, like you don't agree with stuff. I was like, but I'm not your yes
I can
man.
see that.
Everybody else around you can be. I'm not on your payroll.
I think it's
You know,
I think it's the equivalent of like what we're talking about is like how you women say you meet a guy and a guy be like, you're the only girl I talk to. It's
Mhm.
like, you don't believe that shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I think that's
I hope
the-
not.
That's kind of the equivalent of like what we're saying. Like we don't believe you're not a hoe. I'm not saying you.
But that makes sense to say if you're trying to talk to somebody and she might be it, so you don't want to let her know that you be talking to other girls. That makes sense. Why the fuck I'm gonna tell you that I'll be home at 9 when I really be at work? Like, why am I saying that? They're going to eventually realize that you be outside, and if your work schedule isn't one that works for them, that's gonna be a problem for you guys, and it maybe not work out. So it just doesn't work if you lying, and those are unnecessary lies. So I don't know who does that. So
It's like a job interview. You know how many times people put on a blazer to go to their interview and never wear a blazer again?
but you typically can tell.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
We can tell. Are you talking about? Whoa, we can tell who the hoe is amongst the group.
reality, he's saying you go to a job interview, right? And you put on a blazer and you don't never wear a blazer. But people who do wear blazers can look at you and tell your shit's not tailored.
Yeah.
Your arms are too long. It's too much material right
yeah.
here. So, right, thank you. Exactly. So the people, just like you said, y'all know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
Nah, but but the same thing is, I get it. Like, but what I'm saying is sometimes some people have had 25 interviews, right? In the course
No
of
job.
the course of 1 year, and they still don't got a job. But they have had such good interviewing skills. It's hard to differentiate.
Okay, that makes
Right?
sense.
They know how to interview well. They just don't keep the job. They get the job. They land the job. They don't keep the job. Same thing with dating. They get the man or the woman. They land them. They court them, or they abide by whatever the expectations are. But they never ever is kept. So now it's like those people are the real threats. Those are the people people are complaining about pissing a dating pool because you date something
Menace
that
to
you
society.
yeah, you thought that they were great. You're like, God damn, I found the one. You over here telling your friends 6 months down the line.
That's your one mistake. You don't tell. Once you start talking about, start bragging on them.
Yeah, you start
Marie,
bragging
once you start bragging on them,
you brag on
they
it.
out the window.
Dumb shit.
So yeah,
Made that mistake last week.
Last week.
Damn.
Right, Marie?
too new,
I
huh?
was rooting for you.
Oh.
Out the window. It's okay.
Oh.
But you see what I'm saying? How many times has this happened to you?
But
Yo, wait.
Make me choke.
So I don't know whether to blame the liar or the naive fool.
It's the game. The game is the game. You want to catch her, and like she's this great person, and like, are you ready to change yourself before you know, or are you just playing a game? Because like if you're still caught up in which one you're doing, then you'll always be lost. But like if you catch somebody good and you're actually ready and you were looking and you're able to like be a better you, then like yeah, you're basically kind of like dating up in a sense. So that's good, but if you're just playing a game, then just keep rotating.
Yeah, then it don't really matter. You just
Yeah.
get your little 6 months, refer a few people, get a little few referral bonuses, and then you just leave. Or get fired. Then you collect your unemployment.
And that's what people do though.
Right. That's exactly
That's what
it
people
is.
do. But you know what the thing is for me is like, okay, yes, there is some type of benefit when you do hire or you keep the one that you really can't. You maintain for a short period of time the one that you can't keep, for a long period of time. Because yeah, like I've had girls that be like, okay, in order for me to keep this one, I got to step my game up. You know what I'm saying? So I leveled up, I bossed up, I got more money. You know what I'm saying? I corrected some, I tweaked some of my style, my wardrobe, and I got better and better and better. So having her did help me work on myself, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, I feel like it's dangerous because the person that helps you better yourself, you always remember. And if they leave or they just stop doing the things that you want them to do, it's a long breakup period because you have an attachment to this person. Like I'm attached to you because you like not only were you good to me in my life, but you helped me better myself. So now like I'm letting you slide with all the dumb shit I don't let nobody slide.
Never thought about that.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm only letting it slide because you really helped me boss up. You know what I mean? Or you gave me the initiative or the motivation to get better. And it's like, but now I'm getting taken advantage of. And now this thing that was supposed to really only last 6 months then lasted 2 years. And now, I gotta go. The only good thing is for me, when I go back into the dating field 2 years later, I'm better than I left. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's still that some people never get over that. Some people still go back in the DMs and they think about that person 6 years down the line to ruin their relationships. And it's just too much that goes in with that person. So for me, I don't want that. Like, I don't want a girl that's gonna make me boss up. Like, just leave me alone. Like, because
Slouch.
because if you make me boss up, like the type of person I am, Rico,
Don't do my
me, moi, right? The person I am, I'm going to. If you ever help me in my life, I have a certain love for you forever, and it's
Rico
just
T. Hundo.
that's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? You said
You
what?
say my name is Rico J. Hundo.
You feel me? So if you help me boss up and you do me wrong, I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you slide a couple times. Like, but if you just around, you don't get no slack. You don't get no leeway with me. So that's why I don't want that. It's too much for me. Heavy on my heart.
Person should have discernment to know that you can't do that for every single person. Otherwise, you're going to end up bitter. You're going to end up, having wasted time, having wasted money, just having wasted, just putting something into a situation that's just not fruitful and it's just futile in any way you paint the picture. So I think that you kind of have to, one, take responsibility for like a poor choice and investing so much money and time and engagement, whatever, in somebody like you haven't even vetted, on any level to see if it's even worth your time.
And that's what I was trying to say before. can you keep what you catch? Well, first and foremost, if we ask who's to blame, right? I don't blame the person setting the expectation because technically or typically they don't know better. That's why they're setting and continuously setting these expectations. And I don't blame the other person who's the receiver because they're just benefiting from it anyways.
Somebody got to get a blame now.
But I'm no. What I'm saying is, I'm saying
Setting
that they're
an
both
expectation
equal.
isn't always bad though.
It isn't, but it is if you set an expectation with somebody who is only looking to take and never reciprocate, it is terrible, right? Because and you should know that as a guy when you're dating within the first 30 days or so. If I done did 3 or
Like
4
the signs, like
Yeah,
you
if-
should be able to see it.
if I did 3 or 4 different things for you, like whether we went out to a nice date, whether I got you a gift, whatever gesture that I did, and you have done 0 in return.
Not even no good morning text.
I don't know. No, I don't know. Good morning text is bare minimum. Don't do that either. Don't grand rising king me. I don't want none of that. Like
Biscuits.
that was all.
So what y'all want? Y'all want some lunch money?
Nah, yo, honestly, if you send
You
me some
want me to pull up
lunch
to your job with some lunch?
money- yeah, and a thong.
That's
I know.
effort.
Yeah,
I'm sweet.
but
What's
like,
up, my boy?
yeah.
I'm outside.
Eric
I'll
gonna
pull
have
up
a-
queen.
Eric
I ain't
gonna
gonna
have her
lie.
arm over the passenger seat like this.
I am pull up queen. What you tell me where you work? What you doing? All right, come outside.
Got your little Chick-fil-A.
But like,
You better come out here and get this Chick-fil-A.
but
Don't make me ask twice.
Oh my, I hate you.
find out that I'm
Vegan.
vegan.
I'm vegan.
You haven't paid attention in 30 days.
Yeah, you bought me chicken filler.
And I'm vegan.
When you're dating a girl and you're courting a girl, right? If she is not reciprocating any gestures for you on her own time, not immediately after you've done something for her, then you should understand that she's not looking to reciprocate for you longevity wise either. That's how I look at it. If we're talking about expectations being set, you're expecting for me to do all these different things and not get anything in return but your presence. And for me, your presence is not just good enough. I need more from you too.
Maybe she's really lacking communication in her life. Like maybe she really just wanted somebody to talk to, or she wants somebody to listen to me. She wants to,
Sounds like a pet.
But I'm saying maybe,
Yo, nah.
maybe she just wanted somebody to listen to her.
I only want to do things that I feel is worth it. It doesn't even have to make me better anymore, right? I already got myself, right? Now, if you do help me get better, cool. But I just got to feel like you're worth it because I have a lot of resources. I have a lot that I have acquired over time that I'm willing to share with you, right? But I'm only willing to share it with you if you're worth it. Now, if it doesn't work out, I'm not too upset because I felt like you were worth it. You know what I'm saying? Depending on why it doesn't work out, of course. Like if you just fucked all my homies out, I'm like, yo, you're bugging. But if it's just like something like we just fight, we don't see eye to eye, we don't have the same communication style, we don't have the same love language, and we're just not compatible, I'm cool with you leaving, or I'm cool with me leaving no matter how much I've invested, because the goal was to leave at least the same or more. So I don't mind giving it to you if it just doesn't work out from, I guess, like a modest standpoint. But if it anything else, like some fuckery, betrayal, that's different.
Do you think that when it comes to relationship, we should kind of look at our selfish part first before we look at sharing?
I think that's the problem right now.
No, but try to see where I'm going with this. Meaning that if I want to date up and I'm looking for somebody to date down, basically, because I'm trying to date up, so they got to date down. Maybe I got to look out for myself. Maybe I do got to be selfish. Maybe I do got to come correct and say, yo, this is what's going to be good for me. Do you see what I'm saying? Like this, like the selfishness of me going to know my honesty that I'm not at that level. And I got to get myself to that level. Because if you're not selfish when you dating, off the bat, you're thinking about the other person early. And that's a loss.
I disagree. I think that if you date, if I said, okay, cool, here are all my attributes, and I put everything that I have on the field, I'm sharing whatever it is, right? And you do the same thing. Maybe for you, you're dating down because whatever I have right here at this table is not suffice, right? But then maybe for the next person, I'm dating up because they find more value in my communication style than that last person did. So then that's how you find the balance. When we start trying to be selfish and just trying to hold on to whatever we have and see what you could do for us first, it's just becoming a tug of war on who's gonna budge first. And then only this person is only gonna budge so much until you show so much. But because they haven't given enough for you to show, you're still holding on to whatever you have to give. And that's why nobody's finding anybody. That's why everybody here is getting mad. That's why guys are over here saying all these things about these girls. And that's why girls are saying all these things about these guys. But if everybody said, okay, cool, this is all my attributes, these are my characteristics, this is what I possess, you will find somebody who find value in whatever you have.
There are different tiers of women, different tiers of men, and like some men
Excellent point.
do shit that they have to do, and you can call it I think it might fall along lines like privilege, like pretty privilege or whatever type of privilege. And some men like, oh, this woman is all this and all that, and if I don't do this, I know she'll be out the door and find somebody who's going to do this.
The experience is gradual, and then it becomes a standard. That's what I'm trying to say.
And that's really
You-
with
you know what I
everything.
mean?
That's really with anything that you spend money on.
Yep.
'Cause I remember thinking, you know what? I just can't wait till I get to a point to where I don't look at price tags.
Yeah.
And
I wish I was rich enough to say that, but I still don't.
but I'm saying like that used to be like what I wanted. Like that was the level of comfort that I wanted. You know what I mean? To where, okay, I see the price, but it's not even a consideration.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I think if I go to the grocery store, I'm going to always look at the per pound, the per pint, the per whatever.
That's my
Always.
issue. I don't.
But
Me neither.
But when I like, if I'm buying clothes or a flight, or you know, if I'm buying like a property or whatever, like as long as the numbers make sense and it's something that I desire, like that was like my ultimate goal. Like I just wanted to get to that level of comfort.
Oh, I go into crazy comparing when it comes to flights. Like, I'm going to make sure I got the best deal possible
I don't
when it
know,
comes to flights.
I don't know, cause Spirit might be the best deal, but your girl ain't finna be on.
It ain't a deal though.
No,
That's
but
the thing.
but
It's
it
an offer.
depends. Like,
It's not a deal.
is there a stop? Like, what am I getting for one stop, or what am I getting for what is it called? Straight flight. What?
Nonstop.
Nonstop. Whatever. Like, I gotta compare. I gotta see what's the
feel
best
you,
deal.
But like in my mind, that let me know that I was at a level of comfort, like financially, that I wanted to be at, to where certain things I may have looked at
It's
the
the
price,
goal.
but it didn't
yeah,
sway what I
didn't
was
matter.
gonna. It didn't sway my decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My thing was I always wanted the truth. I'll look at, for example, like your clothing, and I know the manufacturing price. Like when I had the coat company and we were booming, and then we had the same exact manufacturers of Canada Goose.
Never got
and I
one.
found out that they had $80 valued coats. Like their fur is $8. Like it's the worst quality fur, and they're charging $1,500. I was like, oh no. When the leather at Gucci is not really leather. I'm like, yo, I'm paying, like when you told me Bottega sterling silver earrings is $1,300. I said there's no value there. I could go get real gold for $1,300. So my thing is I wanted to know the truth of what I'm getting. Yeah. So like that's what I want to know, what am I getting?
And and they're literally just getting by on the name
That's
that
it.
has come with the value of yesterday.
Yeah, because a lot of people, especially these are things that are mass produced now. So it's like
in China,
if you're thinking too much about the name and not too much about the quality of the product that you're selling.
But there has to be an attachment. If you go, let's say you're in Paris and then you walk into a front of a place and it's a fashion show and they're not letting anybody in, and you say, my name is Amanda Gucci, your name is your name. Your name is important.
All right, Alan, let me give you Alan, let me give you
Not black Amanda Gucci.
let's say we put the same exact concept on people.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, this person has money, this person is successful, they're very credible. It's like, okay, cool, you getting married to Amber Rose? You might be like,
You lose credibility.
no, but her name is good, her value is there,
But
but her quality is not.
no, but what I'm saying
Well,
is,
sorry, Amber Rose, I don't really know you, but
the person that I always like to use, the
you
example
understand.
of the person that I always like to use is Mayweather. Mayweather's flamboyant, he's this, he's that, he's joking around, right? And everybody's like, yo, this motherfucker, yo, how the fuck he got that name? When you get in that ring, you find out how he got that name. because I think that the people that maintain their names over time, there is a core of something that cannot be beaten. It has to be, or the name will be gone.
Alan,
No,
you're talking
because I
about somebody
think-
who's undefeated, who
No.
got it with integrity. Remember what you said?
That's the word.
Success with integrity is
And the integrity has been sustained. Whereas with these other names, there was an integrity at the beginning, and now they're
Right.
just living
Aaron.
off the yesterday.
we're in the
She's
we're in
like,
the age where they say
Sorry.
we're at the age actually, you know where we're at? We're at the product of quote unquote all publicity is good publicity. So you got a name from a bunch of bad publicity.
Oh no, that's
You
not a
got
good name.
money. Hold on, no, you got money. You got all these different things from bad work. You did not do good, but you
that's not-
sustained it.
I'm saying a good
Krishan.
name, not a name, a good name.
Sorry.
Krishan.
Alan, I think what they're trying to explain to you is okay, Mayweather might be Mayweather, and I don't know his children, right? Because that's him. But it's like his son,
Legacy.
right? Trying to think just because your last name is Mayweather, that you still hold that. Yes, your name has value, but you didn't do what your father did. It's just like Gucci 30 years ago, the products were quality products because it wasn't mass produced.
With the gradual increase that eventually becomes a standard is that a lot of times it's unrealistic, and that's why you keep going back. Like it's not something that you really want. You know, like, and I'm just using this in the same aspect when I said gambling. I wanted to make $1 million gambling. Is that realistic? Even if I made the $1 million, would I stop? You know what I'm saying?
hope so.
But I'm saying you won't.
You addicted.
Yeah, but like,
It's crack.
I know somebody, no, and this is a true story. He used to sleep outside of Parks Casino in his car, but he eventually hit a mill. I swear to God, he hit a mill and bounced. We get stuck on if, for example, like she has to be a 9, right? Look wise, but she lacks everything else. So you think that you won and you didn't, because there's another person who's an 8 who has a 10 in every other category. And so like when you actually start
Go
to,
down.
all right,
Be
7.
realistic.
All right, let's say 7. Can I get 7? She
No,
got to be a
Kevin-
7.
Kevin
Can't say
Samuels-
7.
Kevin Samuels.
Then
did
I'm gonna
all
go
that.
with 8. I gotta go with 8.
But you can't be if you're an 8, you're not gonna be 10 and all the
All
other.
right, let's say she's an 8 and
She's a
then not.
6.
No way, no
Okay, I'll
way.
give you a half.
No way, no way.
She's a 6. She's
No.
Just take the 6.
So what are y'all?
With it. I don't know.
10
Are you 10 everywhere else?
out of 10.
Are you
What is
10?
everywhere else? What is everywhere else?
Like on the other, like you know.
No, tell me. Give me the categories.
You're doing too much. 10.
See what I'm saying? So if I got one of those,
I'm very low in the communication. I know that. I'm very low in that.
that's what I'm saying. If I get one of those, then I'll be all right.
Shine
I think that,
She's singing. Give it an explanation.
Go ahead.
we just here. I think that if you're talking about gambling or anything, no, we'll keep it to dating. So you have a relationship or you're dating someone that's above you and you're learning something, you guys break up. You go back, get another somebody else that's above you, you guys break up. So each time you're kind of climbing a ladder,
Right.
but I think at some point you have to readjust your own parameters to find out where you're going to be happy at, or else you're just chasing something that's never going to happen.
Ooh.
So if you started at 0 and you really wanted to be at a 3 and your fourth relationship took you to a 3, then you should be happy there, or maybe not should be happy or settled.
It makes sense.
It
to
makes
be
more
happy.
sense.
It's reasonable.
because
Yeah.
You're just going to keep going up the ladder and falling back down to that 3 in your mind. So I think that's the go back in a sense.
Makes a
There
lot of
is no
sense.
like that's great, but that's not the reality. The reality is, let's just use it as dating. If you date up and you fail, right? Now you got 6. I'm gonna say 6 months is a safe number right now for a heartbreak. Okay, so then you date up again. Let's say this one lasts 2 years. You fail. You got 6 months of a heartbreak. Then you date up again. This one lasts 4 years, and you fail. You got 6 months of a
Well, that's
heartbreak.
year.
That's a year. You done took so many losses that you're really like, what am I trying to get? Am I dating you because you're above me? But realistically, you're not.
That's what he's
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but I'm saying that-
You readjust your parameters. Like you instead of you're losing mad time. first
That's
of all.
what I'm.
6
But
months, 6
thank
months a
you.
year. The common denominator. People are forgetting that. Like if you keep getting dumped or you guys keep
word.
breaking up, you're the common denominator. So like
because you don't belong there.
No,
or
not
maybe
true.
you're doing something wrong and you're not doing the self-work to get to like where you are happy at, and you keep chasing something that's unattainable.
Listen, if you are acquiring something over and over again, if you date up and you fail and you go back, first of all, once is luck, twice is skill. You have enough skill to get there. There's a reason why you're not staying.
Once is a lie. Two
I
is
agree with
luck.
that.
And then
Three
three.
times a skill.
All right, so we gave what 3 or 4 different relationships. We got at least 3, right?
Yeah.
So you know how to get there, but you don't know how to keep it. And with this game that we're talking about of life, learning how to keep it, it's not something that you can learn on the fly, and it's not something that you even have enough time to keep on messing up 3 or 4 times down the line.
Right.
So by time, and honestly speaking, when you think about it, yeah, you might be able to take some things so you can go up the charts, and you might have a little bit more knowledge than you did before, but realistically, you've never ever learned the most important part of life, and that was keeping something. A lot of people get rich. A lot of people don't stay rich. You know what I'm saying? So that's my main point with it, is like, you got to find another avenue. Whatever you're chasing, you think that it is above you, and it's really not. Is really what I'm trying to say.
Can I want to like dovetail off of that. So in earlier in the group chat, you said it's divorce season, right?
I did not say that. That was
Alan
that was my
actually-
good friend over there.
Alan says it.
My bad, I thought it was you.
I said only in America.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And I'm wondering if in our quest to keep
In our
seeking
quest.
more,
Which is a
That's-
disease.
where we fail because we're not being real with ourselves
Yes.
as to what, I mean, literally the same thing you said. Like, we're
Yes.
not being real with ourselves with like what we're willing to deal with,
Mhm.
what we're willing to work at, what we're willing to accept
Mhm.
to maintain a certain relationship.
Mhm.
So I think that it says a lot about like us, and like you said, we have to be real with ourselves about all of these things so that we can find some sort of like level playing field, some sort of happiness, like something, so that we're not like we don't just keep looking for the next best thing, because at some point like that's gonna stop.
Yeah.
You're not you're not right.
Age, yeah.
Age, belly, gray hair, whatever. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like the things that like the things that the people that we're seeking, they don't find those things attractive.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what I'm
Yeah,
getting
like
at.
you probably want a companion. I think that's when people get older. Like, I want a companion. I don't really want as much sex or what have you. I
Yeah,
want a
like you just
companion.
want to like
out with somebody.
neck bone and chill. Let's say you have 75%, 80% of what you want. However, that 25% is just so enticing.
Yeah.
It's just so glittery and sugary, and like it's just you just want it. Like you
It's
just
sparkly.
Can't
It's
stop.
shiny.
You know
You
what
want
this-
it.
Shiny. We love shiny shit. Like that's really what it is. So
More is a disease.
The king's disease.
It's actually.
I guess
I forgot. Damn, I wish I had the exact person
there's
who said
a
it.
term. There's
Was it
what
Alan
is
Watts? No. Somebody said that more is a disease.
Yeah. You can have everything and you'll always attain. You
Yeah.
just want more.
And the worst part is, well, like, so in like a garment industry, they say if you sell 75% of your inventory, you had a successful rollout or collection, right? So I think 75% is a good number. If you have 75% of the things that you want with your spouse, that is a successful relationship. That other 25% is only enticing because you see people like Rico getting it. And all right,
Well, he
And
done
I
threw
might be-
me
I
off.
might be at 90%.
I was like,
you feel me?
wait, hold on.
Yo, I wanted to have fun.
I'm gonna give y'all a
That
word.
shock, I was surprised.
It might be a word that y'all French speakers that y'all may know. So in Louisiana, we have a term that we say lagniappe. It's the extra. So it's like the 75 to 80%. It's gonna keep everything going. The wheels gonna keep spinning. The bills is paid. You're happy. Everybody's moving along perfectly fine. but that 20-25% is lanyap. You don't need it, but it's extra.
Mm-hmm.
You want it, it's nice, but it really is not going to change that much. Because once you get that little extra 10% lanyap, you still want that last 10, that last 15.
Especially if you had. See, now this might be the issue. Now, what happens when there's a person who has been accustomed to having 88%, and now you only bringing in 75, and so for them, 88% is reality.
It's
You
rough.
can't win them all.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Like, come on.
It is rough because think about it. If the 88% was really what it is, then
You would've
you
kept
wouldn't
it.
be looking for nothing else. Why you not with the last 3 people that gave you the 88?
Because they wanted 92. I also think that we're just taught to be ungrateful. That's really what it is, because it's like, if I go ahead and I have, let's just say I use school for example, and I make the dean's list, I'm at 3.5 GPA every single semester, right? And
You want more.
and the first thing that they tell you is 4,622 people were ahead of you. And you're like, well, damn, 3.5. I'm just saying, like, yeah, 3.5. And like, how many people was I ahead of? They'd be like 22,622, and you'd be like, all right, but there's still 4,000 people ahead of you. That is what I feel like, been accustomed to.
That's true.
And so it's like, even if we're doing good is still not good enough. So I think that's why we always want more. That's why it's like, all right, cool. I've had, years where I had 8 months of great, solid, successful months. And then I had 3 terrible months. And you know what I said the next year? I got to hit 9 and 10. I got to hit 9 and 10. And those years that I wanted to do more, I did worse. Right? Because
because you took your focus off like the fundamentals.
The thing is, when I believe that when you don't have gratitude and whatever it is that you have, you lose sight. You maintain focus, but you lose sight of like what's important and what's really the reason of why you're having the success. Mm-hmm.
I think we're stuck on, I keep hearing the word success. And I think at some point in time, you have to redefine what success is to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because if you have the 88, like you said, or the 80, whatever the number was, at first, you were really only striving for like the 50, and you hit 88. Like that was your peak. And for you to be chasing the other 12% or 20%, it's kind of like, I think you need to step back and redefine like risk reward in a sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we do that enough. And I guess that's why we date the way we date.
Chase more than you need.
I'm not gonna throw my girl under the bus, right? But in the first,
here it goes.
In the first like year of us dating, I was on the phone. I was on FaceTime with her and her mom, right? And I forgot what we were talking about, but I remember because I was just like buying little stuff over here and over there, blah blah blah. And I'm like, the problem is you don't understand the difference of what you need and what you want. No, I said you don't. Wait, I said something along that like, do you know the difference of what you need and what you want? And she was like, basically like, what do you mean? They're different? And I was like, wait, so you don't understand that wants and needs are different? And she really didn't. And I was like, I looked at her mom. I was like,
I mean, well, what were we talking about?
Yeah.
Were you food shopping?
No,
what were you buying?
No, it was nothing that she. No, first of all, it was nothing of like.
Because like you do not need cheese.
Yeah, but like, and that's
Or water.
that'd be the thing, cause. Yeah. Or air, like, or freedom, or choice. Do you want to be technical? I can keep going.
Hey, he letting y'all know right now.
But what I was
Y'all
saying
hear
is,
shit out his mouth.
but like there's
definitely
we
do
always
some
get
skill.
into this whole thing like we don't know what we really need, and we always say like, I need this, I need that, I need this, and I'm like, I had to make a conscious effort in the last 3 weeks to stop saying I need and start saying I want for things that I just want.
Word.
Right? Because when I do that, I understand the importance of it right now and if it should be prioritized or not. But when I say I need this and I really just want it, I actually am trying to be greedy and get more than really what I deserve, or not deserve, but more than what I,
What you're willing to work for.
require. Yeah. My bare minimums, like, I don't want to say bare minimums because they made that negative too.
I was also going to say that at the beginning when we were talking about splurging on like these expensive dates, like it don't even have to be an expensive dinner. Like go to like somewhere low key, somewhere
Use your
nice where they
brain.
have like a good chef. Like,
Fucking Google.
yeah, like go to
TikTok.
somewhere. Yeah, TikTok has shit. Go to somewhere where they're popular and they like it's known, like the restaurant is known for their chef because the chef is really good. Like
my
it does
dog,
not
they have the best bone marrow.
Yeah, like
burger or
it does not have to be expensive restaurants.
All in all, be positive in your dating experience, but be realistic and not idealistic. Say what you want from the beginning, mean what you say, date with intention, and you won't be upset or disappointed.
And don't be lying.
Don't be lying.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I do not go to bed at 9:00.
She knows no one goes to bed at 9 o'clock.
No.
No one goes to bed.
I don't know, my new job, I might have to start going to bed at 9 o'clock.
One person goes to bed at 9 o'clock. But for the most part, just keep up with your spouse in your relationships by maintaining them, by doing what you said what you started at the beginning, and it doesn't have to be the most.
Be genuine with it, yeah.
Genuine with it.
Yeah.
Intentionality.
I always say under deliver, over prom. I mean, over prom. No.
Just,
Under deliver.
Under promise, over deliver.
Yes, over deliver.
My bad.
Yes.
well, you know what I say? I say just be super mediocre, and then you just show flashes of greatness.
Show your potential.
That's I'm telling you, that's how you really like.
Ooh.
that's
Oh
really
yeah,
how
she's
you-
just a
Walk in the
regular
park, walk
bitch.
in the park,
Not,
catch.
right.
not.
You got flashes
Not-
of greatness.
With that being said,
Bet you I
at the
will.
table, it's been great. Everybody keep liking, supporting, subscribing. Again, if you don't know where or how you can support, DM us and we will gladly send you a link.
I'll
We
send you
got-
my Cash App.
Yeah, and Zells and all that.
Venmo.
We'll see you guys next time at 8 at the table.